Watch the footsteps come never follow. If you want to live tomorrow, steal a soul for a second chance. But you'll never be true. まれた体の奥懐かしい声が聞こえるの最後の歌激しく身を抱きしめ
All right. Let's get this out the way. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out the way. What's good, y'all? Let me go ahead and change the number here because I think this is exactly where we're at. Now, if it's not 59, then I'll make sure. I'm sorry, if it's not 60, then I'll make sure it's 59. But yeah, what's good, y'all? I'm Ryan the Phantoms here. We're back. We back. We back to talk about some more shit. And honestly, it's gonna be the fastest talk. It's probably gonna live up to its name. This is where we call this lightning round where we sit up there, we take our time and we talk about the things that's happening around our world currently. You know what I mean? So just not away from the funny number counter. Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting if we ever get to that point. But it's crazy how I've been doing 60 episodes of this solo. Well, most of it solo. My bad. Most of it solo. Cause I did do like a collab at one point, but yeah, I just found this crazy, man. I just found this crazy how for me to trigger the 60th episode, it took bullshit like this to happen. Now, granted, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I could have had a lightning round episode to talk about the Helldiver situation. I could have had a Helldivers episode to talk about, the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar situation. I could have definitely had one to talk about that, but I decided, you know what? No, let me go ahead and back off, and let that shit handle itself. I'll be honest, I could have had a lightning round episode. I think I did have one to talk about the NFL free agency. I think I did. I think I did. Don't quote me on that. But no matter what, I didn't think that with all the episodes I have to make, I gotta make one with Gilded potentially being, you know, Gilded literally out here just straight up offing itself by not listening to said Helldiver situation, by not paying attention to said Helldiver situation. And like what you say here, Omega, now we got Gilded becoming Sony. The crazy thing is though, they have all of July. They have all of this month and they have all of July to reverse that decision. But it doesn't look like they're going to reverse that decision. It really looks like they're full on committed to making this bullshit happen. Now, for people that don't know with what Gilded is trying to do, what Gilded is trying to do with their next update that's coming in July 15th, Gilded is making it so that you no longer can sign in through your email or your password or any other app that you used to sign into Gilded previously. They're making it so you were forced to use Roblox to sign into their app. This is wrong in like damn near 5 different ways. I'm letting y'all know now. First things first, and this is the most important part. Why the fuck would you have grown ass people sign up to Roblox? Now, if y'all are unaware what Roblox is by now, I'll be honest, you must be living under a rock, but I'll go ahead and I'll tell you anyway. Roblox is literally an app made for kids to go ahead and play games and just create shit and play created shit off those games. It's basically like if Legos decide to be a little bit more creative and let kids go ahead and create their shit. Now, we've seen some crazy shit that has happened with Roblox. I know you said it fell off after 2009, but I've definitely seen like some crazy shit that have happened with that site, such as motherfuckers is out here creating FPS shooters that damn near got better netcode than Call of Duty at the time. We've seen Battlefield be created. We've seen Madden be created. We've seen all of this crazy shit get created through Roblox. But here's the deal: Roblox is not without its crazy ass fucking flaws, such as the last time I remember, with anything Roblox related, kids barely, if any, I don't think they really get paid off of Roblox like that. I mean, like, you create your shit, there you go. You're not gonna get anything. You're making it just to make it, and it's like they pull some real predatory actions over there in Roblox. So, with that being said, Roblox now's decided to go full on Sony, and I personally think this is a Roblox issue and not necessarily a Gilded issue because from what I've seen, bro, I have not seen not one Gilded dev talk about this, besides one that said that they were gonna try to fight this, and change it so that this doesn't happen. Um, I have yet to see any Gilded dev talk about this. This goes to show that they don't even want this to happen. Like honestly, they don't even want this change to happen. The only Gilded dev that came in to talk about the whole situation said that they're gonna try to fight this and make sure that this doesn't happen. Only one. May I just say, this goes to show what happens when you sell your soul to a company, because people don't remember Gilded at one point was open source for real. I understand because they've been with Roblox for like 2 to 3 years, whichever which when it happened when they bought them out. Um, Gilded was completely on its own. No, I don't think it's paid on the table. I don't even think they want this to happen. Excuse me. Um, yes, I'm drinking ginger ale by the way. Don't mind me, but yeah, I don't even think they want this to happen. But if I mean, I'm not gonna hold out that possibility that they may have been paid under the table. I'm not gonna hold out that possibility because they literally have not said a word, and it's even more crazy because it's even more crazy to me how only one dev has said anything, that they said they were gonna fight it to make sure this change doesn't happen, but I also see it as this is where again people forget Gilded was an open source thing. It was just nothing but the devs that was there that was creating shit to try to make it into a better alternative to what we had for Discord. And y'all know this with me. I've been with Gilded for like what, 3 years? In fact, let me see if I can go ahead and search up how long I've been with this platform. And the amount of times that I have sat up there, and y'all know I have, the amount of times that I have sat up there and promoted the ever living fuck out of Gilded just to see this bullshit happen where they are where Roblox is just taking over the whole fucking thing, and it's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I mean, at first I thought, damn, maybe I gotta be worried about Discord pulling some bullshit, to pull us out from under our feet. I wasn't expecting Gilded to sit up here and do this at all, literally at all. This was the last thing I really ever expected for them to do. I'm looking at it here. I'm looking at it here. I signed up to Gilded 3 years ago, 2021. This is just before they got bought out. It had to have been 2021, either 2021 or 2020. Either way, I've been with them for about 3 to 4 years. I've seen people go great lengths to defend the ever living fuck out of Gilded. Where a person even so far as have a tattoo of Gilded. That's how far people have went to show the love they had for Gilded until this happened. And I feel bad for the people that have sat up there and created their community, like full on went 100% in on Gilded, just for Gilded to sit up there and backstab the ever living fuck out of you, like you said, a Uno reverse card, like they have for me. Cause like I said, yo, I was ready for Discord to pull some bullshit like this, just so we could all potentially go to Gilded. That's why I made it so that um any comment that's sent from Gilded goes to Discord. Any comment that's sent from Discord goes to Gilded. I made it so that all of my shit was bridged together, and I wish I had done it sooner, to be quite honest with you. I wish I had, but then again, let's be honest, a bot like Parrot didn't exist back then. I just found this so fucking nuts. I mean, what I do know with this, like I said, Gilded has time. They said they got till July 15th, but it's changed to be fully confirmed. They have until that time to be like, you know what? This is wrong. Let's go ahead and backtrack and not actually do this. But seeing as we haven't heard back from them since they made that announcement, honestly, I'm led to believe that this shit is actually gonna happen. And it's a shame because let's be real here. Where else can you go that's a Discord competitor? Honest question. Where else can you go? And it's a shame I have to say this, but Discord is basically like, it's like how it is with the NFL right now. It's like how it is with the NBA right now. It's like how it is with MLB. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say MLB because let's be honest, MLB be picking up those talents from Puerto Rico, from Japan, because they look at these talents and it's like, you know what? We need to take a good look at this kind of talent and be like, you know what? We need to port them over to our league. And the same kind of can be said for the NBA as well. Be taking international talent and they bring them over to there. But the NFL, you literally have no true alternative. Like, Nothing that could really stand against like that. I mean, yeah, you got minor league football, but that's as close as you're gonna get. And even that minor league football league could end up getting shut down, just like how this is potentially shutting themselves down. All in all, at the end of the day, a monopoly is a very terrible thing to have. I'm letting y'all know now. You want to know why Discord was almost able to get away with some of the shit that they're about to get away with, like when they was about to full on commit to the whole NFT shit, where they about to full on commit to having um um well, yeah, I think that was one of them right there, where it was about to commit to the full on NFTs and going nuts with it, and about to put up a lot more bullshit on their app until everyone said otherwise, and then they had to reverse that decision. The only reason why they had to reverse that decision is because you had a competitor like Gilded that was sitting there, waiting there, sitting there waiting for them to fuck up bad enough to where it's like, you know what? We have Gilded here. Let's just go over there. If Discord's gonna fuck this up, now you don't have anything. You literally don't have anything that can stand toe to toe with Discord right now, and it's a bad feeling to have. Gilded, in my opinion, was the literal best competitor you had to Discord. Especially since, and y'all know how I feel about this. Y'all know why I put this up in rules where I said, you know what? If there's anything y'all wanted to do with if there's anything y'all wanted to do with, like, say, like emotes and all that other shit, y'all had it on Gilded. Y'all had unlimited access to emotes. You had full on streaming. You had and all that stuff that they promoted on Discord that you have to pay for. That's all free over there on Gilded. You even had the schedule planner. You had all this other stuff. Granted, we didn't use most of it, but still, it was there for you to use, and it was free for you to use. The media tab was fucking phenomenal, and I still say it's phenomenal. It's still one of the best things that I say that came out from Gilded, where you can go ahead and put up your own form of media, and none of the comments, everyone can comment under said media, and it won't like really get in the way. It won't fuck everything up. Gilded put out a lot of great things, but for this to be one of them is a fucking travesty. Like, truly a travesty. But from what I'm seeing here, and I'm seeing this from all the developers, like there were some devs too, which is even more crazy. You had people that was creating some very creative bots, very creative stuff you could use not only from Gilded but from Discord too. I mean, I'm looking at an announcement from the Parrot bot, Parrot.gg bot that we use. The developer for set bot said, "Look, come June 17th, we're out of here." I don't know if that's when that's gonna happen, but yeah, come June 17th, we're out of here. Like, we're done. We are out of here. We are done. We don't want to be a part of this no more. We are gone. And it's the sad part is they're not the only one. There's gonna be a lot of devs that sat up there and busted their ass for Gilded for them to sit up there and say, you know what, I'm out. Because what they're doing is suicide, community wise. Corporate greed, yeah, well, that corporate greed is gonna really end up biting them in the ass when you realize that there's nothing that you have left going for you. Here's my question. Why go this fucking route? Why would you sit up there? Like, honest question. Why would you sit up there and force this decision. This is just as bad as the Helldiver situation. Because this affects more than just people in America. First off, one other thing. Why the fuck would you want me to use Roblox? I'm pushing 30 years old. Okay, people? I'm 28 years old. I'm pushing 30. Yeah, this is just as bad as Ubisoft when they sit up there and take down all their games. But yeah, like I said, I'm pushing fucking 30. And y'all want me to use a kids app to use your platform? This is like I said earlier, this is wrong in like 5 different ways. Bro, you got Gilded out here trying to make me look like a goddamn predator. Oh, I'm gonna sign up to Roblox and be like, what the fuck are you, 30? What the hell are you doing sign up to a kid's site? Like, I want y'all to process that for a minute, okay? No, legit, we about to start playing Not Like Us over here, bro. We about to start playing Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us. I see it coming. Freaky ass adults there, 69 God? Come on, bro. And yes, I can't say what I really want to say out of it, but this is close enough. I can't say the full on lyric because you know why. Because, yeah. Twisted Sister is more appropriate for this situation. Bro, either way, it's wrong. No matter how you slice it, this shit is just downright wrong. It is downright wrong. It is downright uncalled for. And it's just, nah, bro. Nah. This shit ain't it. Like, throughout the past couple days, I don't even think people are really like. I think if you look on Gilded's own channel, I don't even think people have used all of their channels. I think they just used specifically one. And that's the accounts connection feedback where they're talking about what the fuck is going on with this whole situation. Like, people are literally scrambling to find another site that isn't Discord. And honestly, I can't blame, because let's be honest, going back to Discord is not exactly any better. They still want you to sit up there and pay $5.99 for Nitro to get all these features. They still want you to pay all this shit just so you can use these things. And honestly, I wasn't down with it then, and I'm not down with it still. That's why I don't pay for anything from Discord. It, it's not, it's not worth it. Like, I'd rather put my money someplace else than give it to Discord just to have what, a cosmetic show up on my screen, just to have what, a sound alert show up anytime I pop in. That shit should have been in that shit can be in anywhere else, and I don't have to pay for it. All I know is this, man. Just give me your last thoughts of this, because, like, yo, I could go on for hours and hours and hours and talk about how bad this is, but really, it's not just this I want to talk about. I also want to talk about a couple things as well. But yeah, if there's any last comments y'all got to give with this, have at it. Let that shit go. But y'all know the minute this shit was announced that I was personally hurt, because I put a lot of time and a lot of effort not only to promote Gilded, not only to promote my server in Gilded, but to also put in a lot of time to just make that shit the best I could be in my own area, and to promote it and show people, look, I'm willing to stick with this shit, good or bad, but this is where the bad has taken over its limit. Like Like it's literally overstepped its boundary. And I can't sit here and say that this is okay. Out of all the ways for Gilded to kill itself, this was the literal last thing I ever expected. So the only way Gilded can potentially revive from this situation is they get out from under roadblocks, they go back to being a public, open source public community, or they look for another company that doesn't fuck them over like this, for that matter. They look for that. Other than that, if not, here's what I see coming. The minute this change happens and the minute everybody leaves, give it about a year or so, you will hear that Gilded is officially shut down for good. I see this coming. I know you do too. When this change happens, it will be the literal death of this site because not only is no one's going to come back on here, we're going to end up hearing that the site's closed off and dead for good. See it coming. But yeah, if y'all must know, right now, even I'm scrambling to find another website for y'all to use that isn't Discord, should Discord actually fuck itself. Now, I may have potentially found one, but I'm gonna keep on looking. Even as we speak, even as I'm talking to you right now, I'm still looking so that hopefully we'll be able to find another website to where it's like, you know what? Okay, if Gilded ain't it, this could be another one. This could be one. But the amount of times I recommended people, hell, just recently, I even talked to people asking them, can I link their Gilded server to the, can I link their make a Gilded server so we can link it to their Discord in case Discord fucks up. Now I feel wrong for that. I feel bad for Radio, by the way. I don't know if he's here because, and you know what? I'm sorry for Radio because I literally sat up there and convinced him that, you know what, this is something that I think he should do. Now to find out a month or so later, Gilded's actually out here pulling this bullshit, and it made all of the work that I put into creating his Gilded server to link it with his Discord, it made all of that shit fucking meaningless. It literally made it meaningless. The cycle is bound to continue no matter the platform. Sadly, this is correct. And by the way, I have to take as much of the artwork that I have on Gilded and port it over to Discord. And that's not gonna be easy because there's a lot of shit we posted on here. Just know this, I'm going through just as much of the struggle as y'all are, okay? Just as much. Particularly people that sat up there and made a community and made a living, well, not really a living, but made a community and, you know, really enjoyed the service that Gilded was giving us until they decided to pull this. So, yeah, but that being said, looks like there's nothing more to talk about with this. But just know this, I'll just end it with this, okay? Gilded, you have until either late June or July, whichever which you see it. Whenever this shit's about to go down, you have that much time to reverse this decision. Because if y'all don't reverse this decision, Gilded's gonna be dead. It will be dead. I find this even more crazy because they never posted this on their changelog. They never made an announcement with this through their own Twitter. You wanna know that's what makes this even more fucking crazy. They never mentioned this on their own Twitter. That's how bad of a change this is, and they know it's bad. They sat up there and put out an email and said this shit was coming. Yeah, my bad. I was correct. July 15th. They have a full month to go ahead and make this change and say, you know what, we don't want to do this. But it's like the fact they didn't make a tweet about this. They never tweeted about this. They never made an announcement about this on their own server. Tells me all I need to know. They dropped this right at your feet and expected you to did not read that email. I don't know if I should blame Gilda or if I should blame Roblox. I more so feel like I should blame Roblox for this. Because any other big announcement like that, Gilda will have no problem having to sit up there and tweet that shit out. So, take that for what it's worth. Take that for what it's worth. Well, it's time to go server searching. But yeah, next topic we're gonna talk about, especially with the recent controversy they got caught up in. Yeah, pretty much. Roblox is clearly a guilty party. Now I don't know if there's any other controversy Roblox got caught up in besides this. Besides what I mentioned with them, and their whole child predator situation. I don't know what the fuck's going on with them. With that, but move that over. Aside from that, I fully blame Roblox for this. Yeah, the predator thing was it. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Aside from this, bro, it's a shame they bought Gilded. It really is. And I'm sorry I spent like half this stream talking about it, but how can I not talk about it when it was a great fucking app to have. It was a great fallback plan to have if Discord ever went to shit. We had this to come back to. Now I don't even fucking know. But yeah, I'll talk about Justin Jefferson right about now. So I know. I mean, I'll make this as quick as possible. Congratulations to Justin Jefferson, bro. The best wide receiver in the NFL, really throughout, I don't know, the past year or two, the past couple years now. He finally got paid like he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. Justin Jefferson got his money. For anyone that has not been paying attention, he has. Let me look up his contract. I know I'm not gonna put up on screen because really it's not worth it. Honestly, none of this shit's really worth putting up on screen. I'll just tell you right here. Justin Jefferson has reached an agreement on a 4-year, $140 million contract extension that includes 110 mil guaranteed. It makes him not only the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history, but it makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. The deal includes 88 million at signing, which is the highest non-quarterback guarantee at signing in NFL history, and it completely resets the wide receiver market. Massive congratulations to Justin Jefferson, bro. He has been putting teams on notice the minute he sat up there and he got drafted. And let me tell y'all, and I remember this plain as day, I said, what was my 1A and 1B when it went to that draft class between him, Jalen Reagor, and probably a couple other wide receivers? What I said was, and I quote, I said, my 1A and 1B, no matter who it was going to be Jalen Reagor or Justin Jefferson. I've been on the Justin Jefferson train, so I don't want people telling me shit that I wasn't about it with him, because I knew the routes that this man was running. I knew how smooth he played the game. Be like, bro, the minute he steps into the league, it's going to be a seamless transition for him. And lo and behold, that's exactly what the fuck happened. It's been a seamless transition for him as a rookie and now as a veteran to where he gets paid like it. But I will say this. As bad as the Eagles fucked up on that situation between between Justin Jefferson and Jalen Reagor, this ended up being a good thing. Because the Eagles fucked up with that draft pick, They made up for it by getting Devontae Smith and AJ Brown a couple years later. So that all but made up for it. Congratulations to Justin Jefferson. He got his bag. If you haven't seen what Justin Jefferson has done since he entered the league, do yourself a favor after we're done. Look up his highlights. You'll see him just completely shredding cornerbacks. Anytime he goes up against them, they just stand no chance with him. Like, I felt like coming out, when he was coming out to the league, I said, you know what? This is the next Keenan Allen. The literal next Keenan Allen. And that's exactly what he has become for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, he has become a quarterback's best friend. Good luck for the next quarterback that, he has to catch passes from, because they could fuck around and mess it up. But for Justin Jefferson, bro, it's long overdue for him. You knew at some point he was going to get his money. But I will also say this: congratulations to my two wide receivers as well, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They got paid before him because they knew. Well, not only did they know, but I think my GM, he knew that, look, Justin Jefferson is going to be due for a contract. His ass is about to reset the market. So let me go ahead and pay my two elite wide receivers first before Justin Jefferson gets his money. Because when he gets his money, I will be fucked if I don't pay them similar to what he has. So, congratulations to, all three wide receivers as far as I'm concerned. So we have our next thing to talk about. Okay, well, if anyone else got anything to say when it goes to Justin Jefferson, have at it. But the next thing I'm going to talk about is Caitlyn Clark real quick and her transition to WNBA. I won't elaborate too much on it because I haven't done so much as watch, but I've seen so many tweets and so much bullshit when it went to the situation with her, to where I said, you know what, I'll dabble a little bit on the whole Caitlyn Clark thing, just a little bit. I'm not going to go too hard, but I'll go hard enough to where it's like, you know what? This is something I might need to do. And I got no problem doing it. So, yeah, any thoughts on Justin Jefferson? Any thoughts on him getting his money? Do you think he was overpaid? Do you think he was rightly paid? Do you think, how do you feel about the other wide receivers that are looking to get that kind of money? Such as CeeDee Lamb from the Dallas Cowboys. He's looking to get paid. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, both from the Cincinnati Bengals, they're looking to get paid. If y'all got any thoughts with them, go ahead, have at it. A lot of athletes are overpaid while the rest of us peons are struggling. I mean, you should see the MLB if you think that's bad. If you think what Justin Jefferson got was crazy, Omega, you need to look at the MLB. They get way more than Justin Jefferson gets just off of a mid-tier player or an upper echelon player. And this is mainly because when it goes to MLB, they don't fucking have a salary cap. There's no such thing as a salary cap in the MLB. They don't give a fuck. They will drop that bread. If they like what you do, if you can play baseball good, you will get that money. Plain and simple. So, there you go. Hell, I think baseball makes more money than NBA. I think they do. I don't, because NBA, they got a salary cap somewhere. MLB doesn't fucking have one. Alright, but yeah, the next topic we're gonna talk about is Caitlyn Clark and WNBA and how are things really going for her right now. Now, here's the deal. Right now, when it goes to Caitlyn Clark, I haven't heard much buzz when it goes to her besides one particular game where she seemed like how she was in college for a bit, okay? It seemed like for her that she was like besides that one game where she was like out here just shooting like a couple threes and doing crazy. Um Caitlyn Clark has been getting fucked up in the WNBA. And it's crazy because people hated on certain WNBA players for stating, they literally sat there and said and stated, I said, look, as good as she does, as good as she's been doing in the college level, the minute she brings her ass onto the WNBA, it's gonna be quite the transition for her. She's gonna go through a rough period. She won't be able to do there's certain things that she won't be able to do. Excuse me. There's certain things that she won't be able to do that she has done in college. Oh yeah, for sure. And that's one thing. And here's the deal. Part of this, Omega, part of this is because of what she did in college. Because of her out here shooting threes from literally Curry land. Let's be honest, this is exactly why she's got this kind of attention. Because of her shooting threes from Curry land, that's why she has so much as got this kind of attention. My bad, that was my phone. Because they was looking at her be like, oh shit, she's female Steph Curry. Now you see, when you get into the WNBA, it's not gonna be that simple. You're not gonna be out here shooting threes like you're Stephen Curry over here. Especially since they get a lot more chippy over there. It's very possible she might. She might, Omega, but here's the deal. So long as she's good, she might drag them out the mud. If Caitlyn Clark ends up being a bust, it's going to hurt the league very badly if she ends up being a bust. It is going to fuck the league over if she ends up being a bust. And I'm sure that is not what they needed. That's sure that's not what they need. But here's one other thing that bothers me with the WNBA, okay? I'm going to say this real quick. The WNBA right now is missing some big cities. They got a couple of them. So far, they got LA, they got New York, I think they got Chicago. Yeah, they do got Chicago. That's great. Here's what bothers me with the WNBA. You mean to tell me Philly doesn't have a WNBA team and they still don't? Toronto's going to get a WNBA team through expansion, but not Philly. Let's be real. Philly's just as much of a big basketball market as any of the cities I've named that have one. Wait a minute. Does Boston? Hold on, let me look this up. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay. Boston doesn't even have a WNBA team. So you have Philly and Boston, two big cities when it goes to basketball, especially Boston right now, considering what the hell is going on with them. They're in the NBA Finals. You mean to tell me they don't have a WNBA team? That's a little crazy to me. And let's be honest, this is why, for me, I haven't even so much as tuned into the WNBA. Not just the WNBA, the United Football League as well. The fact that those two important cities, on top of the fact that for the United Football League, Philly doesn't even have a team. Philly doesn't have a team on two of the sports that's currently on right now. And y'all want me to sit up there and watch? That's why I barely watch as it is. Because y'all can't just sit up there and pick a random ass fucking team, watch that shit and just go yay, yay and shit. And then y'all think, oh, this league's gonna succeed. This league is fine. No, it's not. When you don't have, like, you're not even a part of a city that really cares about their sports. Like, honest question, like honest shit, like, do some of these cities care about their sports like that? So you say you mean more than already since no one watches the NBA. I mean, pretty much. I mean, let's be honest here. People are literally watching WNBA just to see what Caitlyn Clark does next. That's all there is to it. They're not watching for anyone else. And it shows that they're not watching for anyone else. When you have other female talent in the WNBA that's actually out here scorching Caitlyn Clark bad. From what I'm hearing, they giving her work. That's why she's struggling so much. They are putting her on her ass. In my opinion, I could give the United Football League a pass because they can easily do it by next season. Yeah, you're right. The WNBA, they should have been did it. They should have been did it. WNBA been around for God knows how long, and y'all mean to tell me y'all motherfuckers still don't have a Philly team and a Boston team? And y'all want people to care? Why? Why should I watch? I can't even come watch the games. The same can be said for United Football League. I can't even come watch the games. Why the fuck should I care? But here's the deal, Eagles. It's funny you say that with the United Football League. Here's also how I see it. Let's take a look at the attendance record. Okay? Let me look this up. The attendance record for the United Football League, and then you'll tell me that this is the case. And by the way, before the USFL and the XFL merged, Philly was a team. They were in the championship game. They should have won that championship game, especially seeing how it looks right now with their attendance numbers. Like weeks after the season, first 5 weeks, like inaugurals of their inaugural season. I mean, let's go ahead and take a look. Week 10 attendance numbers. Brigham Stallions, right? This is the team that beat the Philadelphia Stars. The Brigham Stallions attendance numbers for week 10 is 7,133. That is the second lowest in attendance numbers. Like throughout that week is 7,133. You're not going to sit here and tell me Philly doesn't top this easily. Especially at Lincoln Financial Field when they know there's football to be played. You got the St. Louis Battlehawks, which is, in my opinion, clear cutting away the best team once again when it goes to attendance. The Battlehawks has 34,379. It's not even close. In fact, I feel like they've been the best team attendance-wise all fucking year. And it literally has not been close. You have the DC Defenders at 13,080. 1380. And then you got Memphis, which is a team they just added in last year. The Memphis Express, or whatever the fuck they're called. I think I got it right. The Memphis Express. They're at 6,039. Ain't no way you hear these attendance numbers and you're not going to fuck around and tell me that the Philadelphia Stars attendance-wise wouldn't have a better record than Memphis and Brigham put together. They'll top that real quick at Lincoln Financial Field. Hell, Lincoln Financial Field is the perfect spot for really most forms of sports that involves outdoor. I mean, we saw what happened at WrestleMania. We saw what happened when it goes to the Philadelphia Union when they play at the Link. We saw what happened when it goes to the women's event. When Philly cares about some shit, they will show the fuck up. And it's amazing to me that sports companies like the WNBA and the United Football League don't see this when you have diehard places that gives a fuck about sports. They will show. Brigham doesn't care. Alabama doesn't care unless it's their college team. Memphis doesn't give a fuck about football at all. They only care about the Memphis Grizzlies. St. Louis is the literal best choice that the XFL ever chose because they know damn well when the St. Louis Rams went away and they took their ass to Los Angeles, they knew that people were fucking hurt and they wanted more football back. And they picked the right team to do it. You could not have picked a better poster child for minor league football or for football in general than St. Louis. San Diego was right there. Oh yeah, for sure. San Diego's right there. Oakland's about to be right there too if they ever pick them. Because you already know they lost the Raiders. They're about to lose the Oakland A's. They're about to have nothing left to go for. All they need is a team to root for right now. That should have been the United Football League's plan. Honestly, you should have went into teams that just lost went into cities that just lost their team, or go into cities that actually are diehard about their teams. San Antonio was a good choice, by the way. San Antonio, they actually packed their stadium. I will give them that. They've been looking for a good ass team that ain't the Dallas Cowboys. The closest they got is the Houston Texans. They've been looking for a team that actually be within their area that they can go in there and they can go ahead and support. So the San Antonio Brahmas is another solid team. The Arlington Renegades, nobody gives a fuck about the Arlington Renegades. I mean, I'll give you the Houston Roughnecks considering the history with Houston as of late. Granted, they're good now, but not like how it was beforehand. That's why Houston was selling out for a bit. But aside from that, the USFL had Philly. It's time y'all bring Philly back next year so we could show you exactly what attendance looks like. Because I'm getting real tired of Philly not getting these teams when they show up and they show out day in, day out for these for their sports. When it goes to the United Football League, when it goes to WNBA. And I know we were supposed to talk about Caitlyn Clark and WNBA, and I know I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here talking about the teams that Philly really does deserve, but best believe I'm going to continue to rant about that until I'm blue in the face. Stop avoiding these cities. Stop that. Stop avoiding cities that are actually diehard about their sports and will actually be there and care for their sports. I fucking guess so. But yeah, to put it simply, to sum it up again one more time, Caitlyn Clark is going through it with the WNBA. It's almost like Diana Taurasi told her, look, it's almost like Diana Taurasi told the world, I said, look, bro, she's solid and all, but when she gets into the league, she might have some trouble. And she literally called that shit out. And she was correct. She called that out to a fucking T. It's almost like, I don't know, Diana Taurasi been in the league since what, fucking 99? She knows what the fuck she's talking about. Hell, she's probably the one other known name, not like, she's probably the one other known name. I'm sorry. She's been there since 2004. My bad, 2004. But my point being is like, bro, Diana Taurasi's been in the league for God knows how long. She's been there enough to understand the ins and outs of WNBA basketball and see how tough and physical they will fucking play over there. It's almost like y'all should have listened to her. Many Christmas times ago, that shit got me laughing. Yeah, pretty much. God forbid you have a Christmas game and it ends up being and you know you have Philly involved. Oh my god. Unless Philly's gonna be out here showing love, you know, hugging you know what I mean? Like hugging Santa, which can happen. But yeah, there you go. That's all I pretty much gotta say, man. I mean, I don't got not much to say on Caitlyn Clark. Look, all I gotta say is this. I wish her the best of luck, but she better take some advice from Diana Taurasi. She better take some advice from Sue Bird. Lisa Leslie, whoever was there with basketball for as whoever was there, Candace Parker, hell, even Brittany Griner herself. All I know is this: she better take some good advice from these classic players that know how this shit works. You better pick their brains. Because if you don't, oh buddy, it's gonna be a short career for Caitlyn Clark. And I'm not lying. In WNBA, you will have a short ass career over there. If you are not good like you are hyped up to be, you will be gone within a couple seasons. They will cut your ass right then and there. They do not make a lot of money over there in WNBA. Best believe she'll be out in a couple seasons. And this is not me spitting some crazy shit. Look up the first round picks recently for the WNBA that ended up getting cut off. Unrelated, but I found out that the directors from Try and 4U are behind the creations of Wilds. Yeah. You showed me that, and my thing was I fucking loved it because you see the references that are there when it goes to the trailer. When you saw which we think are some of the cast from 4U. We really think that some of the cast from 4U that grown up and now they are what they are. Some people are new, but some of that cast is there. And I'm like, you know what? If that's the little Miss Force from 4U, if she's grown the fuck up, we about to have a crazy ass game. My only thing with this game is this. Will Gormagala show up? Because if Gormagala shows up, it makes the story of 4U go full fucking circle all over again. We're about to be fucking with the wheel all over again if this story is dedicated to how it was with Monster Hunter 4U. If we're about to have another Magala in the Magala family, I'm all fucking for it. We got 3 so far. I would love to have another. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Um, the last thing I want to talk about, of course, we need to talk about Destiny. Now, Destiny has another expansion along the way, okay? Destiny has their next expansion called The Final Shape. If you remember, this game caused a little bit of controversy because of what had happened with Destiny prior, what happened with Bungie prior with all the layoffs. But it's about to come out in about a couple days. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are not on Wuthering Waves, I suggest you get on it today because they will give you some free rolls. Get on that shit, get some free rolls, and just, you know, let that shit rock. You know what I mean? They actually put out more free rolls than I think fucking Honkai Star Rail does, which is pretty fucking insane. Yeah, I mean, like, bro, they out here giving you free temples just off of maintenance. Like, if they feel like they fucked something up, they giving you free temples. As of right now, you're probably gonna hear it in the background. You might hear it in the background in a little bit because I'm about to actually get these temples and get it over with. But yeah, little slight tip there I had to sit up there and give y'all. But yeah, when it goes to Destiny 2, they're bringing back a couple exotics. Mance is going in. Yeah, I'm literally going in as we speak, and I'm literally getting these free 10 rolls. I'm like, fuck this shit. But yeah, as we speak, this expansion is about to come back, and they're giving us some old exotics. One in particular, I was looking forward to. The Red Death. If y'all remember playing Destiny 1, for me, personally, that's the fucking star of the show right now. The Red Death is coming back as a season pass reward for the next expansion. Ho ho, buddy! Welcome back, Red Death. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I have no idea if this is the last expansion, but they kind of are playing it off as if it might be. To be honest, it should be, because what more can you fucking do in Destiny for real? All they doing right now is putting out these old exotics. The only thing they have yet to put out, I hope they bring back the fucking icebreaker, please. That's probably like one of the last things they need to bring back off that Destiny 1 game is the icebreaker. If y'all remember how that shit went, the icebreaker was that one solar sniper rifle where you pulled that shit out and you waste all the 5 bullets and you wait for that shit to recharge and then you get another 5 bullets. Just like that. It was literally unlimited ammo within the weapon. Bro, I think Destiny 2's been out since what, 15? 16? Destiny 2's been out for a hot minute. So doesn't shock me at all with how long this game has been around. But hey, you want to talk about a game that's been around for a good minute? I mean, let's be real. GTA 5 been around since 2013. It's been around since 360 PS3 days. People forget that shit came out for the 360 and PS3 due to how many upgrades that shit's been getting. I don't blame you for forgetting it. I absolutely don't blame you for forgetting it. But yeah, it goes to show you, people, yeah, Destiny's been around just for a hot minute, bro, for a hot minute. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think for this expansion, this might be. I feel like personally, this might be one of their last. This might be one of their last. So we'll see what'll happen. I personally think so, but do I think this will be the case? I doubt it. Because I think they're gonna milk as much as they can out of this fucking game until it's finally time to be like, you know what? Let's finally shut this shit off. Like, let's go on to the next Destiny game. Let's go on to Destiny 3 or whatever the fuck it is, and we'll just, let that shit go. By the way, I'm sorry, that Destiny expansion comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow. So, letting y'all know ahead of time. It comes out tomorrow. You have been warned. And yes, I will be grabbing that expansion. I'm not gonna grab it that fast, but I will grab it. I'm probably gonna grab it maybe around Friday or so. Excuse me, November 2025. For what? GTA 6? Probably, yeah, like you said, I think it's 2025. Yeah, I think that's when they said it was gonna be like 2025 is when they're gonna do that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to get on so I can get this girl. So I'm at 2 more days to get San Hua. Okay, cool. But yeah, unless they said something, and like because I thought November for GTA. I just want to know what month WoWs will drop next year. It might. When did World come out? When did World and Roz come out? Because we might determine that based on their releases. We might determine that based on their releases. By the way, I will talk about one more game. I'm gonna quickly talk about NCAA football 25, real quick if y'all don't mind. Um, let's be real. I'll say this right here. Okay, I'm down with NCAA football 25. I like what NCAA has given, has put out when it went to that gameplay. But if y'all know me, I'm very worried with this game. And the only reason why I'm worried about it is because of the simple fact that you cannot export draft classes in this game like you could with the previous games. You can't do it. That's why I'm so mixed with this game. You have no draft classes. You can't export them to Madden. It makes it fucking useless. And on top of that, from what I'm hearing, is that you can't edit the players. Now, we don't know how true that portion is going to be. But the fact that you can't edit the players on top of it fucking kills me. Okay? Kills me. Kills me that you can't do that. Like, it's been since 2013 that we've had I think it's been since 2013 that we had another NCAA game. Now, when this happened, when NCAA 14 came out, we couldn't export draft classes then, but it was for an understandable reason as to why we couldn't do it. Because of course we had that whole legal case bullshit going on, and because of that, we could not have draft classes. That was an understandable reason. We didn't even get mad at EA for this. But for the fact that we cannot export draft classes this time around is fucking insane. So we're just going to be out here doing dynasty modes the same way like we did NCAA football 25. I'm sorry, NCAA football 14, and not have the ability to transfer our classes over. So what was the point of putting out that bundle of college football 25 and Madden 25 knowing we can't bring this shit over? It makes it worthless to me. Legitimately makes it worthless. And it still does until we find out either through later updates or through next year, like the next college football game, like college football 26. So we'll have to see from there. But yeah, with that, I'm a little mixed with the game. I don't know about y'all, but just those two alone are deal breakers for me. Like, it makes me want to get the game at a price instead of get it at its full price. I would have loved to get the game at its full price, but it's the fact that y'all missing these key features is why I don't really want to do that. So take that for what it's worth. I think that's it. And if y'all have any comments to put out with NCAA, if y'all have any final comments right now, now's the time to let that shit go. Because we're about to start Yakuza at 7 o'clock, and we're going to try to finish this goddamn story and get this shit over with. So if y'all got any final comments, any final thoughts? I'm gonna take it as a no. Omega Eagles. Any final thoughts? I don't know if JPR Rogue is here. If he has any thoughts on all this that we talked about today. If he doesn't, that's fine. I'll get it full price because I kind of want to do something. Hey, that's fine. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do. But for me, I'm gonna wait on a fucking sale. Rightfully so. Sports games that ain't Mario based kind of bore me. That's fine. But if you got any other thoughts about the rest that we talked about today, we did talk about Gilded. We did talk about Justin Jefferson, and we did talk about Destiny. We talked about Caitlyn Clark. So if y'all got any final thoughts with all of this, now's the time. If there's nothing else to be said, I will see y'all for Yakuza in 10 minutes. The Mario ones, the only Mario one we know of that came out like this was Strikers. Strikers is alright, but you right though, it's not as good as it should have been. And yes, I will be putting out the question of the day because even I don't think I want to answer that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know if y'all saw the question of the day, but I will put that up there in a bit, like when we start Yakuza. And that's fine. I've yet to see Nintendo make a Mario game centered around our version of football, and they never will because they're in Japan. He's talking about American football, and they never will because in Japan they never will. You can forget about that because it would have been happened by now. There is shit I don't know about it. They should have made one. But yeah, we'll talk more about that a little later. Till then, I will see y'all in a couple minutes. We about to finish up Yakuza.